journey of being a black woman in 2020 is that a good majority of the men that I am interested in, that I want to pursue, that I want to pursue me, date white women exclusively. And I thought it was really funny that only black women replied to this. And I was surprised that a lot of women replied back, oh, I experience this more than the rejection I get from being overweight. Or...
Oh, I know what you're talking about with that comment.
That's somebody I grew up with. And I was just like, I get it.
I mean, I felt like she was trying to relate to you a little bit though. But she was like, it's not as bad as being overweight though.
I don't think she was trying to say it's not as bad as being overweight. I think she was just trying to say, I think more people are aware of the fact that people that are overweight have a harder time dating. I don't think they're aware of like the prejudice that people of color feel within their communities when it comes to dating.
Speaking of prejudice, this is kind of a side note, but like, why amongst black people, like, why is there war on color almost?
Oh, colorism?
Yeah, like, light skin, dark skin. Light skin guys act a certain way.
It's called social conditioning, and we're all affected by it. And it's like, the dominant culture is European, and so that sets the standards for what we consider to be beautiful, successful, superior, all that. So we're all affected by it, and so whenever you see one of us acting out in that way, that's how I rationalize it, or I will go crazy. And I know it's true because I have a lot of friends who are sociologists for some reason, because I feel like those types of subjects have helped me to kind of process the world. Mm-hmm. And so that's considered a rule, yeah. It's just called white supremacy. And it's not, the KKK in your closet with hoodies on coming to get you. It's just the way our culture is. Like, our culture prioritizes men, it prioritizes white men, it prioritizes heterosexual white men, and their perspective and how they see the world. So we kind of see the world through their lens. And that's how I rationalize, black men who take a chance with dating me. Like, I can tell they're very apprehensive about even considering to date me.
Like, well, who wouldn't want to date you though, Justin?
Plenty. You're looking at me like you're seriously.
Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, my question is, so, like, for the guys that you say, the guys that you're attracted to, and that, like, they are attracted to white women, is what you're saying.
I think it just comes down to what they desire. I think some of them, I've even had, and usually it's black men who've grown up in what I like to call, like, mainline white experiences. You can either have a mainline black experience, like going to a HBCU, that's a mainline black experience. Some people have that experience from birth to the end of their lives. But then there's some people who don't have that, black people who don't have that experience at all. They have a mainstream, mainline white experience, so you're going to be drawn and attracted to people that you're around,
Like, and I get it.
That kind of shapes their
perception. We grew up in the same area, and like I literally only, I had like my white friends, whatever, but like I hung out with Kiana, Jennifer, Ashley, people like all the time.
But guess what? There were black boys where we grew up who we could not get to hang out with us. I'm not naming any names, but everybody that you just named at one point tried to get a black boy we went to middle school and high school with to hang out with us, and he refused.
Like, no?
He just never followed through. Like, I tried to study with him when we were in grad school, because we were in grad school at the same place during the same time. And I talked to Ashley and all those other people you named, and they're like, yeah, I just tried to hang out with Ernie too. Whoops.
Oh, I know you're talking about now. No, it's all good. People listening to this.
I used to try, nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening to this anyways, but like, yeah, I know.
But guess what?
Oh,
Midland is so petty. One day he's gonna come. So I heard you were talking about me.
Like, yeah. So I mean, but
yeah, whatever.
Like, when's the last time you talked to him, anyways? Though.
Right.
So.
10+ years. So yeah, like it's just really hard to connect with them. Like you might be the only one. Like a couple of them married black women, but most of them didn't marry black women. I would say.
Our producer friend.
Producer friend.
Yeah.
Who?
Chris.
What about?
I mean, he wasn't like that.
Yeah, I feel like he chose a different path. Like he moved to Atlanta and he's having like a black experience. Yeah. But I see that a lot. I've lived in a lot of different places. I've seen it. I've experienced it. And I've dated guys who are like this. And some of them, you can tell they're not even, I'm not going to go there, but I do think it's really deep-seated. I think it's really deep-seated. I think some of them want to change, but they don't know how. Like, I've had guys come to me and be like, Tim, I want to date black girls, but I can't.
Like, did you ask them why?
They're like, they don't like me. And that goes back to something you were talking about.
But like that's, to me, like people that have that generalization, like we were talking about off camera, or off microphone, or off both, but people are putting themselves in a box when they say that. It's like if people, black girls don't like me, it's like that's all in their head.
Well, people could be saying it's all in my head that there's these black men out there who only date non-black women. They're like, oh, that's just all in your head. There's black men who like black women. Maybe that's their experience. Their experience is black girls don't like me. And I'm sure you've got to live for that.
I had, I guess, an interesting experience with like dating, whatever. But like I've never, like even in Midland, like I don't remember going out with anyone that was white.
But Roger, neither did I. I didn't go out with anybody, and I didn't go out certainly with anybody that was white. But I was surrounded, like the handful of black boys I went to middle school with, let's say they were like 5. Mm-hmm. They all were very popular and had like white girlfriend after white girlfriend after white girlfriend. Right. And I remember one of my best friends made a joke and she said the black girls were asexual. And it's like, we're not asexual. It's just like you guys exclude us from the dating pool or the dating world in high school and middle school. So yeah, I always thought that was interesting. Like even in our community outside of school, you would see more interracial couples than black couples. Like your parents were like one of the few black couples I knew when I was growing up. It felt like, so like my first black friend was in 7th grade and she was black and white. Her mom was white, her dad was black. And like the neighborhood they lived in, every time you saw a black man, he was married to a white woman. And she even had an au pair who was from like Sweden or something like that. And
this was in Midland or something?
Yeah, this was in Midland.
Okay.
I never lived in Saginaw.
Oh, you did?
No.
I thought you lived in Saginaw for a little bit. No.
You're right. For like a year in 2nd grade or something like that. Less than a year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I used to always wonder to myself whenever I saw a black man that I thought was attractive on television or something, I would ask to myself, I wonder if he likes black women. I wonder if he dates black women.